esteemed panel here on Top Talkers this morning. Hi, John Brenner.
Good morning.
Melanie Adams is here from Bob FM, 93.9 Bob FM.
It's actually .9, 93.9.
No, point. It's point.
I don't even think we say anything. I would just say
It's
93.9.
period.
Yeah.
93.9, but that just doesn't work. Michael, how are you?
Good morning, Kurt. Good to see you.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Great weekend.
Yes.
Shocking news this morning. Seriously, everybody taken aback because for the first time in 600 years, a pope is resigning. Pope Benedict announcing today that it's health issues and age that have really forced him to do this.
It's amazing. You know, it has, as you said, 600 years. It was 1435 or something when the last pope resigned.
Yeah.
And
What was that like?
well, let me tell you.
You know what though? Good on him.
You know what? Yeah,
Why
I
not?
agree.
What's the if you feel that you can't do it anymore, why?
Why would you continue?
There are others who can.
Yeah.
But so often they do. They tend to
They
stay
carry on
until
till death.
they pass away.
That's, yeah. And
So what does that mean? Does it? I mean, if you're in that bad a shape, does it mean that you're kind of there in name, but
who's
everybody
making
else
the calls?
is pulling the levers?
Yeah,
behind
who's
the
making the
curtain?
decisions?
You know, so
There's a
why?
big question about that in some areas of the Vatican nowadays with some financial issues and
Yes.
some
Missing documents.
missing documents and all that sort of thing. But I agree, John. I think, you know, if you can't do the job, why would you hang in there just because that's tradition?
You know, with all the scandals everywhere involving everything, there is an afterlife for Geraldo Rivera.
What?
Okay.
What,
that was
what
a
do you
left-handed
mean, John? What has he got to do with the Pope?
Well, to investigate all of this stuff.
Right.
And to come up with the
Geraldo can investigate it in the afterlife.
empty catacombs.
Right.
I don't understand any of it. I don't church, so
You-
I
you
don't
don't
know.
church?
I
No.
don't know what's going
Well,
on.
Geraldo has nothing to do with the
Oh,
church.
okay.
No, that's for sure.
Whew.
There's
thought he
also
retired.
this. A letter came out from the head of Ottawa's Public School Board warning teachers that the ongoing withdrawal of extracurricular activities could drive students to other boards. In other words, when it comes time to pick a school or move to a different school, students and their parents might be thinking about, you know what? I'm going to switch school boards because I don't want to be involved in this labor strife anymore.
Well, here's the thing, okay, and without taking sides or picking sides, the government is doing what they believe is right. The teachers are doing what they believe is right.
Right.
Parents should get to do the same thing. And if they think it's better to take their kids and put them in a different school where they'll get to do their extracurricular stuff, they get to do that. That's their right.
Aren't there rules that govern where you go and?
Well, there are some cross-border rules. It's not easy to transfer kids from one school to another. But the other part of it is school is such a social place for kids that the parents might say, look at Johnny, we're going to take you here so you can play your basketball. And Johnny might say, well, I really want to play basketball, except all my friends are back at the other school.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect to it as well that I think is going to be really tough.
But if Johnny wants to get a scholarship to go play
Yeah.
basketball and he can't play because his teachers aren't doing any extracurricular activities, why wouldn't you go to a different school?
Yeah, but you know, if it's a public education system and we, the public, are financing the education system, does it make a lot of sense to run away from the problem, or maybe does it make more sense to fix it?
I'm actually,
Demand that it be
I'm a little shocked that someone like the head of Ottawa's Public School Board would actually send out a letter like that in the first place.
It's very surprising. I think it's actually going to inflame the situation as opposed to make
Maybe.
the situation even worse.
Maybe. A union official says that letter is more likely to make the situation worse than improve what's happening, so they might agree on that front. Yet, here we sit, months and months and months have passed with no resolution to this problem, and it continues to be the students in the end, yes, their parents, but it's the students really who are suffering from a lack of after-school activities and involvement from their teachers in many cases.
Which is why if parents want to move their kids and the kids want to and the rules allow it, I say go ahead.
Why can't they straighten this out? And John, do you think a new premier coming in today will help out this situation, a new cabinet, a new government?
There shouldn't be any think about it. We should insist. We should insist that something is done with the public education system. You know why nothing gets done, though? Because they know, and there's hard data to show, that when people go out to vote, only 4 in 10 will actually show up
Right.
to vote. And those who
part
do
of the
show
issue.
up are going eeny, meeny, miny, mo. and rather than actually knowing what the issues are.
Yeah, but Michael, maybe it's time to really get down to the nitty-gritty of this issue, because we had a premier in Dalton McGuinty who basically laid down the law for the teachers and then prorogued the government, and then basically shut down any business that the government could do, and then resigned. And then there was the leadership convention. As of this afternoon, there's a new group at the helm. They're still Liberals, but they're a new group. Should the people finally say, let's get something done here on this issue?
John is right that people should definitely say that. What's going to happen here is this is going to be a short-lived government, in my opinion, under Kathleen Wynne. There's going to be an election sometime in the very near future.
Right.
That's when hopefully the 4 in 10 might turn into 6 or 7 in 10 if people really care that much about public education.
Yeah, and regardless of who's in power, regardless of when an election is held, I think this really shows why it's important for the voter to determine what the issues are, as opposed to being spoon-fed by those who want their vote.
Let's set the
don't tell
agenda.
me what the issue is. This is what the issue is.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
John, thank you.
Yeah.
Melanie, thank you. Michael, thank you.
Thank you.
There's an investigation that Geraldo could look into, is how things work in the Ontario government and Teachers Federation.
Wait for it. Okay, wait for it. It's my moment. On the next Geraldo. Okay.
I like
always
it. I
wanted
like
to
the
do
whole
that.
thing.
You were the voice.